Welcome to Horsemanship 101 again. Today I'm going to touch on a subject that I know is going to cause some controversy. If you want to argue about it, don't bother telling me. I don't want to hear about it, because this isn't about an argument. I'm just going to state some facts. If you don't like it, I'm sorry. Both scientific proof and personal experience is speaking today. And the subject is, in case you haven't noticed already, most of you probably have, I don't use a bit. And there's a reason for that. There's several reasons, actually. Aside from the fact they're just simply unnecessary. I can get anything I want without a bit. You know, that's just a light finger touch on the reins. She'll do anything I want. The problem with bits is, and a lot of people believe myths, and there's probably still the vast majority of people out there riding horses that are using bits, and a lot of them actually believe that they need the bit for control. Some people think that it actually adds to communication. I don't believe in either of those things, because even people that advocate bits will admit that you can't control a bolting horse with a bit. If the horse decides to bolt, it's gone into survival mode. It's fearing something and it's running away from a danger, and there's nothing you can do to stop it. Even a bit won't work. In fact, a bit will actually make your problems worse, because aside from the fact the horse is already scared to crap and running away from what it thinks is a hazard, all of a sudden if somebody starts yanking on its mouth and causing it pain, then that just adds to the problem. Almost every horse that ever rears up or flips over on someone, it's because they got a bit in the mouth, and the horse will instinctively try and get away from the pressure in the mouth. And by the way, it's actually pain, not pressure. That's another myth. A lot of people say that bits don't cause pain, they just cause pressure. Well, that's a bunch of crap. It's been scientifically proven. The mouth is actually extremely sensitive. You can do damage to the teeth, you can hurt the gums, the tongue. It's endless. It's really endless. And I've always found it kind of odd that a lot of trainers, not all, but a lot of trainers actually start the horses in either a bossel or in a halter, and they get everything they want with that before they ever put a bit in their mouth. So it never made sense to me. I always thought, if you can get what you want without a bit, why do you ever go to one? And that's one of the main things that that sticks in my mind, is it just doesn't even make sense to stick a bit in your mouth in the first place. I can get absolutely anything and everything I want without one. I find no need for one. Strangely enough, most good horsemen still use bits. I have no idea why. I suspect it could be liability issues or something, because of the example they set, and they're worried that someone's going to sue them if they get hurt when they try riding in a halter. I don't know. I only know of actually one good horseman that doesn't use a bit. And on that note, the horse is much happier without the bit. The bit causes problems before you even get on the horse. The minute you put a bit in the mouth, the horse, if it's ever been handled by somebody that does not have really soft hands, it knows the pain, the extent of pain that can be caused by the bit. And the minute you put the bit in their mouth, before you even actually get on the horse, its stress levels are already going up, because it's thinking about the possible pain that can be caused by that bit, and it therefore is also distracted because it's thinking that. So you got a horse that is nervous, stressed, and distracted. Bad combination, not what you want when you're getting on your horse. So there's a couple of myths. Like I said, even people that advocate bits will admit that a bit can't stop a bolting horse. The bit doesn't control the horse, the mind does. And quite frankly, if a horse bolts, it doesn't matter what you got on him. And every horse I have ridden, personal experience speaking now, has been happier, better behaved, and easier to control without a bit. So use a bit if you want, but personally, I think you're asking for trouble, and it's not doing the horse any justice. And although it's not commonplace now, it's like many things, times are changing. Just like methods of training are becoming more gentle, I think that the methods of riding should also take that same road. Think about the comfort of the horse and making things better for the horse and being more gentle with the horse. And that's one of the reasons that I go bitless. So think about it. Do you really need one? I don't think so. Science says you don't. Experience says you don't. If you choose to use one and believe the myth that you need control over your horse, go ahead. Just want to throw in one last little bit. Some people say that some horses absolutely cannot be ridden in a halter. And Well, that may be true, but in fact, if a horse can't be ridden in a halter, chances are it's not properly halter trained in the first place. So, if the horse is properly halter trained, it can be ridden in a halter. I haven't found one yet that I can't ride in a halter, but then any horse I've been around that I've ridden is well halter trained. So if it can't be ridden in a halter, it's not properly trained. Go back to your groundwork. Like I said, groundwork, and do that some more. Have a good day, folks.